It's an honor for us that Justice M.N. Venkatachaliah would be joining us virtually. He's already here. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome sir and I request Justice M.N. Venkatachaliah ji to kindly address the gathering. Sir, namaskar. We welcome you, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. We welcome you,
Thank
sir.
you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Dr. Vivek Devroy, Sri Samir Kochar, Chief Justice Chittatosh Mukherjee, very eminent panelists, ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply indebted to Dr. Vivek Devroy and Sri Samir Kochar, and more particularly the eminent panelists, for the affection bestowed on me. I must, however, hasten to add that the good and kind things they have said about me are the expressions of their kindness and generosity of their hearts. I do not have the impertinence to think that I ever even remotely deserve them. Scotch India Law Forum has honored a truly legendary judicial personality, Justice Chittatosh Mukherjee, who personifies a great judicial tradition. His grandfather, Justice Ashutosh Mukherjee, is an icon in the Indian judicial tradition. I join you all in conveying my respectful greetings to the great Chief Justice who has been honored today. Ladies and gentlemen, human societies face three major threats today. The first is the grave ecological disaster posing danger to human survival. Twilight can soon become darkness. New disruptive technologies can create new oligarchies, bring about unimaginable concentration of wealth and economic power in the hands of a few. Nations that exploit these technologies can outpower other countries and establish unshakable economic empires. We can have democracy or concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. We cannot have both. The third is the crisis of moral leadership. In recorded history, major human tragedies are not the result of individual selfishness and greed, but the selfless loyalty and dedication of great masses of people to a cause, to a leader, to a symbol, or to other emotive issues. That's man's neural dilemma. This is the crisis of ethical leadership. What are the good aspects of a just society? What are the aspects of a just society? An English judge attempted an answer to this question. What is law? What is law for? What constitutes a good law? How it is different from a law which is bad? But it is clear that no answer is possible without addressing the issue of values. One of the main purposes of law and justice, courts, judges, governments, and parliaments is to protect the weak against the strong, the few, and in extreme cases, the individual against the many, and the unpopular against the popular. This is the essence of what we owe each other. Justice, it is said, is the greatest interest of humans on the earth. There are some emotive sentiments in the preamble of our Constitution. Justice, equality, and fraternity. They open up a vast music of hope and justice. Professor Willis, speaking of the emergence of the American Supreme Court as a great institution in the American theory of government, said some very emotive words. He said, speaking of the Supreme Court of the United States, he said, the court has not been infallible. It has made mistakes. It sometimes has run counter to the deliberate and better judgment of the community. But the final judgment of the American people will unquestionably be that their constitutional rights are safe in the hands of the federal judiciary. To paraphrase the language of William Worth, if the judiciary was struck off from our system, there would be little value and that would remain. The government cannot exist without it. It would be as rational to talk of a solar system without the sun as to talk of the government in the United States without the doctrine of the supremacy of the Supreme Court. The supremacy is really a metaphor. That concept of supremacy is really a metaphor for what really is a duty to provide from time to time meaning to fixed words of the Constitution in changing context, utilizing the purposed vagueness of the constitutional phraseology. Ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply touched that I am entering my 95th year in a couple of months. And the heartwarming experience of your kindness has enabled me to look at the future with more optimism than an old man can do. I am most grateful to each one of you for the very kind words and sentiments you have expressed me. But I will tell you from the heart of my heart, what I have done is nothing. Just my devotion to what I consider was a sacred duty. And I remembered with fondness the great amount of affection I have received from the members of the bar. I am deeply indebted to them for the rest of my whatever is left of me, to be able to repay in my thoughts the gratitude I owe to each one of you. Thank you very much for your kindness. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. We just love to hear from you, and indeed a pleasure. देवियों सज्जनों, न्यायाधीश एम.एन. वेंकटचलैया भारत के सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के भूतपूर्व न्यायाधीश रह चुके हैं और साथ ही सन 2022 के स्कॉच लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड से भी उन्हें सम्मानित किया जा चुका है और उन्हीं की जीवन और कार्यकाल पर आधारित इस पुस्तक का विमोचन अभी आपके समक्ष किया गया. Ladies and gentlemen, before we incline towards our next segment